Welcome to this contemplation and meditation on Gene Key 1. You're with me, Catherine. Gene Key 1 is a very powerful key to start with. And if you haven't already downloaded your free Gene Keys profile, you can go to genekeys.com and you just need your place of birth, if you have it, time of birth, date of birth, and it's going to create a hologenetic profile for you, and you'll be able to see if you have Gene Key 1 in your profile. But even if you don't personally have Gene Key 1 in your profile, then it is still potentially going to resonate with you. These Gene Keys resonate with all of us, but we have very specific keys embedded into our hologenesis that will be operational in our life constantly: the shadow, the gift, and the siddhi. However, there'll be times in life where we come across situations where a gene key seems to be at play, and if we contemplate it within the situation we find ourselves, and kind of come into the resolution of its shadow, its gift, and its siddhi, and how it's rotating through the situation we may find ourselves in, and it's relevant. Perhaps it's relevant right now as I go into this contemplation for you in something that's occurring in your life. Then it can really help the whole collective evolution move into much deeper understanding as well. So Gene Key 1 is the key of creativity, freshness, and inspiration. It is known as the key of creativity because it is symbolizing the foundational essence of inspiration and transformation. So the spectrum of this key ranges from the shadow of entropy to the gift of freshness and the Siddhi of Beauty. So just remembering Siddhi is that superpower. It's a Sanskrit word, it's very beautiful. But if you've not been used to yoga or working with Sanskrit, then Siddhi basically is like a supernatural power. So this Gene Key 1 is deeply tied to the creative spark within us all. So as I was saying, it might not be directly within your hologenetic profile, but you may find that perhaps, there's a universal moment here of synchrodestiny, as Deepak Chopra says, where this Gene Key 1 is actually something to be contemplating within some experience you're having or have had, and it's going to help bring resolution and clarification, growth, transformation, and even sometimes transfiguration. I think of transfiguration as when it's way beyond transformation. For me, transfiguration is I just no longer run the same pattern anymore. So when we've truly contemplated the shadow and really understood the gift and the siddhi and the frequency of these things within patterns and subconscious programs that have been running, then we not only transform immediately, but we start to transfigure completely. We just cannot run the same programs anymore. So it can be subtle or it can be immediate, like an immediate seeing, seeing clearly. So when we're in this contemplation and exploring this gene key, it's to help us grow. It's to help us grow through life's challenges. It's to help us awaken inspiration and to shape the future with hope. We're also in this contemplation going to journey into a meditation and just really connect with the vibrant energy of creativity, honoring the endless cycles of death and rebirth that fuels evolution, transformation, and transfiguration. All of these areas are so deeply, profoundly entwined in the contemplation of your personal hologenesis and how you are evolving in this moment in time, even as you listen to this Gene Key 1 contemplation. So just some reflection points around the shadow of entropy. In the shadow state, creativity feels stifled, life may seem monotonous and emotions like apathy or purposelessness surface. So entropy invites us to notice when we feel blocked and to nurture acceptance. By acknowledging entropy, we create space for the gift of freshness. So if you're in a situation at the moment in life where you are feeling lack of creativity, you feel stifled, life feels boring or monotonous, and you really have that feeling of apathy, I can't be bothered even. And then that purposelessness surfaces, where you're just in a sense of, what is the point? This is the shadow of entropy. So again, it may or may not be directly in your profile, and it may or may not be something that you're experiencing right now. But as we study, contemplate, and listen to Richard Rudd and read the gene keys and understand our hologenesis, in moments of time we can come across these feelings, these frequencies, and we can link back in our awareness to how to then elevate out, because to come out of entropy is to come into the gift of freshness. And the gift of freshness is an active force of renewal, an active force of renewal. It calls for stepping beyond fear and engaging with life's unpredictability to manifest original, authentic expression. So the only way to get out of monotony and to get out of boredom is to re-engage with life in a way that feels unpredictable. This doesn't mean being unsafe. It just means, well, I normally brush my teeth first before I get dressed. So I'm going to get dressed and then brush my teeth. Even tiny things can shift the whole dynamic of a routine that has become boring and monotonous. So freshness calls for your creativity to arise within you to help you re-engage with life in new ways. And it really means taking the courage to step out of kind of really deep sort of unconscious or hypnotic states of existence where we're just going about a routine, and underlying this or surfacing quite, harshly is this feeling of apathy and purposelessness. So to bring the freshness is this active force of renewal in your life. Now, you can ask yourself, where in your life are you being invited to see challenges as catalysts for renewal? So a challenge would be feeling apathy, feeling bored, feeling like you're in a monotonous existence that's purposeless. So that is a challenge, and it's asking you to catalyze freshness into seeing how you can really reorder, reorientate, change your routine, get creative in your ideas, create a vision board of, different things. Because this movement, this active force of renewal in your life will actually then move you into this Siddhic state of beauty. Because at the highest expression, Gene Key 1 reveals divine beauty. This beauty transcends creation and destruction, embodying timeless inspiration. So this is way beyond purposelessness now and monotony and apathy. We've gone into beauty. And this Siddhi reminds us that we are not separate from creation itself, but integral to it. Every action, thought, and expression is a thread in the fabric of divine artistry. So these are just some of my notes, and then I'm taking us into this, overall contemplation on how that can be applied in life, in any situation you're experiencing. And, when it is personally in our hologenesis, in your Gene Keys profile, then these shadows, gifts, and Siddhi states will be playing out as you shift and move and evolve and transform and even transfigure your whole life. So when we see something and we recognize something, we don't have to continuously enter the shadow state with it. We can keep ourselves more in the gift and the Siddhic states. So we are moving in and out of these all the time. You know, maybe at some point in the future there'll be more gift and Siddhic states available more consistently on earth, and that is the aim of these contemplations, really, to create this transfiguration throughout the consciousness available to us. And that deep horizon expansion of new conscious awareness is what helps humanity transform and transfigure. So I just want to bring this into sort of a grounding meditation so that you, with me here now, can just sit quietly and close your eyes and come into your own inner contemplation around what I've said, around all that Richard Rudd has said for Gene Key 1, and just really sort of embed the hologenetic awareness into your auric field, into your field of awareness, so that it can help you at any moment in time going forward. So if you haven't already, just coming to sit quietly, or you could even lie down here in this meditation, just closing the eyes. I'm going to take a few deep breaths just to invite some calm and quiet in the mind and the body. So just inhaling deeply when you're ready, and exhaling any tension when you're ready. And tension can just be, you didn't realize you were hunching your shoulders. We can relax our shoulders, and this will automatically release the back of our neck and our head. And then you might just want to scan down your body, releasing arms, hands, really softening your belly with the next inhale and exhale. And just really relaxing your legs and your feet and your toes. And now in this calmer, more relaxed feeling and state of being, just come to set the intention in your awareness to explore Gene Key 1 as a guiding light for your growth and inspiration. I'd just like you to begin to imagine that roots are extending from your feet, going deep down into the earth, into Gaia. And these roots are grounding you in her steady rhythm. The pulse and the frequency of Gaia is grounding you, steadying you, supporting you. You can feel nurtured by this energy. Now visualize yourself seated at the center of a cosmic spiral. And this spiral symbolizes creativity. It symbolizes creativity's cyclical nature. never-ending creation and creative force. You might see this cosmic spiral as fractals of golden light, like the flower of life, expanding around you, ever deepening into cosmic waves of creativity. Now, with each inhale, just imagining a soft golden light entering your heart, filling you with warmth. And now contemplate a situation in your life where creativity feels blocked. And you could picture this blockage as a dark cloud. Now begin to visualize the golden light growing brighter and brighter, dispersing the cloud. And allow this light to transform into a radiant spark of inspiration. Now let your mind drift to a vision of yourself fully expressing your creative essence. What does it look like, feel like? Who do you inspire? Noticing all of these sensations of awareness traveling through your body, feeling this release, this unblocking, this lightening, really noticing yourself fully expressing your creative essence. What does it look like, feel like? Who do you inspire? And now also asking yourself, what do I need to release to access my creativity? What do I need to release to access my creativity? And then asking, how can I bring more freshness into my daily life? How can I bring more freshness into my daily life? Now, shift your awareness to the beauty inherent in your being. We are connecting to the Siddhi. Begin to sense the interconnectedness of all things and feel your role in the divine creative tapestry. And you may wish to repeat this mantra to yourself. I am creativity in motion. My essence is beauty. I am creativity in motion. My essence is beauty. Now, just slowly bring your awareness back to your breath. Maybe wiggling your fingers and toes, opening your eyes, and just carrying this creative spark of energy into your day. And you may feel that writing down your experience of this contemplation of Gene Key 1 may help in embodying this freshness, this beauty, this creativity. So Gene Key 1 really brings hope for the future. It reminds us that the power to create is intrinsic to our nature. And when you engage with this Gene Key in contemplation and then actively work with all the shadow, all the gift, all of the Siddhi energy in your life, we basically come to recognize that our life is just a canvas for divine artistry. We can begin to notice that all is divine artistry. That each challenge we may face, whether we have this Gene Key 1 in our profile or not, is an invitation to paint a new story. Because creativity isn't bound to art alone. It's how we solve problems, form relationships, and shape our world. And in the words of Richard Rudd, the creator of the Gene Keys, I would just like to bring forward this message. And as he says, the first Siddhi sees the entire cosmos as a single, indivisible work of art. I'm just going to say that again because it's so beautiful. And thank you, Richard Rudd. Thank you so much. The first Siddhi sees the entire cosmos as a single, indivisible work of art. So when or if you feel disconnected, perhaps revisit this meditation, or if you're going to journal and contemplate on what you felt, saw, experienced here, go back to that written journal contemplation and allow your inner creator to remind you of the infinite possibilities that await you as you move through entropy, freshness, beauty, and constantly move through these gifts, siddhis, and shadows of Gene Key 1. So I want to wish you well on your journey. And if you haven't already, highly recommend going to genekeys.com and downloading your free hologenetic profile. And then you'll be able to see whether you have Gene Key 1 directly in your hologenesis. Sending you much love, and I hope this has helped, and I look forward to being with you again soon.